What's up, guys? So I'm gonna give you one of the most important exercises for your feet that I want you guys to do on your own. So this is something that you can do anytime you're sitting there watching TV. I want you guys to try to get through about 4 sets, maybe at least 3 days a week. And we're basically gonna hold this exercise for as long as you can. So you might start at 15 seconds, but then the next session you might be able to get up to 20 seconds and then 25 seconds and just keep going and going. The longer we can hold and the harder contraction we can get, the stronger our foot's gonna get. So basically what I'm gonna do is spread the toes as far as I can away from each other. So we wear these shoes that have this narrow toe box, so our shoes get all squished together like that. That's not how the human foot is supposed to be designed. We're supposed to have a splay where we're actually widened like that. So what I want you to do is think about creating the biggest distance you can between the big toe and the pinky toe. So it's gonna be out like that. See how I'm creating that distance, and I'm gonna hold that. Now, if you do that the right way, you're gonna actually see the tendons popping out. So you can see the tendon from my big toe, and you can see the tendon from my pinky toe actually popping out. That shows that I'm actually active with those muscles. So already you're gonna feel a good contraction in the top of the foot. Now that's wide toes, now short foot means I go retraction of the big toe. So think about like if I were to suck in the big toe into the foot. So it's not a toe curl, that doesn't create a good arch. It's bringing this toe back in towards the ball of the foot. So it's a very short range of motion, but I gotta bring that big toe in, and that creates that arch. Another way to think of it is if you were on the ground and you had to pick something up with your arch, how would you do that? You would squeeze between the ball of the big toe and the heel. So you would squeeze this way and it would create that arch. So let me get back to it. Wide foot, you see the big spacing, and now retract that toe, create that arch. You see how I now have a good arch, and my feet are literally already burning. If you retract the toe as hard as possible, like you're really squeezing and you're trying to build that arch, you're gonna feel a huge burn on the bottom of the foot in the arch. You're also gonna feel a huge burn in the front of the ankle and on the top of the foot. So this is my position, and I'm squeezing as hard as I can, and I'm holding for as long as I can, all right? I feel like I'm about to cramp up, and that probably wasn't even 20 seconds. So if you have the control to do this at the same time, great, do both feet at the same time. Most of you need more of a mind-muscle connection, so you're only gonna be able to do one at a time. So I just did my right foot, now I would switch over and do my left. So remember, biggest spacing possible between the big toe and the pinky toe, and now short foot. Let me create that arch, retraction of that toe, and squeeze as hard as you can. Now, a lot of you guys, your feet are so jacked up from shoes that we literally don't know how to activate these muscles at all. So when I ask you to go wide with the toes like that, you're not gonna be able to do it. So if that's the case, try to manually do it. So literally spread as far as we can, and then see if you can just hold in that position and then take your hands off. Now, even at the NBA level, 90% of these guys can't even do that. So if you can't do that, then don't worry about the toe spreading just yet. Let's just work on short foot. So if we're working on short foot, it's just see how I have a normal arch or relatively flat. Now pull the big toe inwards, same thing, retraction. All of a sudden I have that arch, and just hold in this position, all right? So short foot, hold as long as we can. If we got that down and we can move the toes, then let's do it both at the same time. That's gonna really strengthen up the feet. That's gonna build a strong arch. Now we're not gonna be leaking energy, because you gotta understand, think about like water rushing out of a hose. That water can really come out forcefully, but what if I went in with a needle and I poked holes all the way along that hose? Now that water is still rushing through, but it's leaking from all these different points. And so now it's not gonna come out as fast and as aggressive out of the end of that hose. That's what your feet are right now. You're creating all of this energy through the glutes, quads, calves, but before it reaches the floor, it's leaking out through the feet because you have these energy leaks in the feet because basketball shoes have ruined us. All right, so do this drill anywhere from 3 to 4 days a week, and you don't have to do this in the gym. You can do this just hanging out on your couch, watching TV, hold for as long as you can. You should get to the point where you feel like you're almost gonna cramp, and then relax, and then do it again for 4 sets. Let's get it.